called the Saraswati River. She was the giver of life. All her life came out of the Saraswati, and so the Brahmins were connected to their holy river, Sarah, so it's Abraham and Isaac, Abraham and Sarah. I'm just saying religion, politics, commerce, it's all part and parcel of a thing that's been going on for thousands and thousands of years, and nothing happens by chance anymore. You need to understand the world is not what you think it is. 99% of what you think is true is not. Americans are the most well-informed people in the world. The only problem is 99% of what they believe is not true.
All right, so this next question is extremely controversial. We know that the entertainment industry is very controlled, be it movies, television, or anything else, right? But one part of the entertainment industry that is not often talked about is the porn industry. Is there a connection between the higher-ups in terms of financial hierarchy and the porn industry? What is the exact connection?
I remember hearing not too long ago someone in the industry talking about that, and I'm trying to remember where it was I heard it, but it was very interesting conversation where he was talking about the porn industry is actually bigger and more powerful than the regular entertainment. It's far bigger. And it's everywhere, all over the world, and it's
demoralizing distractions.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Aldous Huxley. I think it was Julian Huxley. It was Julian Huxley, the father of Aldous Huxley, the British, the very famous British family, the Huxleys. Julian Huxley wrote he wrote the forewords to 1984. The book 1984, well, Julian Huxley wrote the forewords. And it was a very powerful statement he made in there. I don't remember exactly, but paraphrasing, he said that sex and drugs and all kinds of entertainment will be provided for the people, so that slowly but surely their rights and their freedoms can be taken away, slowly but surely, under a continual operation of little by little, taking their freedoms away, taking their options away, and then taking their mind away. And eventually, one day, he said, in his introduction to 1984, he said, and one day, the entire world will wake up and they will be locked into a cage where they cannot get out, because they will have no knowledge, they will be too drunk with their alcohol, they will be too ignorant, ill-informed, and unread, they don't know how to think, and we'll have them. And I thought, well, man, that's sinister thinking. That's really, really evil thinking. Because when you look at people today, how they're mistreated, and when I drive by and see the children on the street, and I think, these little kids have no idea in the world, and the parents, they're so ignorant, they don't know. They have no idea. They just, they don't know what's coming. They have no idea what's coming in America, and you don't want to know. What's going on and what's going to be happening in America, you don't want to know. It's bad, and it's coming. Understand why we're in the trouble we're in. When the United States of America was founded, are we all right?
Yeah, just taking my phone back.
Yeah. Understand this, that when the United States of America was founded in 1776, that's why you have fireworks on the 4th of July. I've asked people, why do we have fireworks on the 4th of July? I don't know, it's to celebrate. No, it's not. It's not to celebrate. It's because America was founded with fireworks. There was a revolution. There was killing in the streets. There was a revolution. And there was fireworks, cannons, And so that's how the country was founded, on a violent revolution that said to England, we've had enough of this. And so you need to understand this point, that when this country was founded, the King of England saw himself as a very powerful king in Europe. But when America was founded, they defeated the British, and the British went back home with their butts bleeding all over Europe, like in the movie Goodfellas, when the kid said something to Joe Pesci, and De Niro said, "Are you going to let him get away with that?" Remember in the movie? You going to let him talk to you like that? He's just a kid, and he's talking to you like this? Well, that's what happened in Europe. The royalty, all the royalty, the bankers, the international bankers, and all those that corrupt, evil, criminal gangs over in Europe that have been burning people at the stake and murdering people with the church, they looked at the King of England and said, "Are you going to let these people get away with this? What's wrong with you? I thought you were supposed to be a very important king, and everyone's supposed to be frightened of you, and now we turn around and find out some little bunch of ragtag goofballs over there, whipped your ass and made you look like a fool. Are you going to let them get away with this?" And so what the king decided to do was not do anything, leave the Americans alone, because they're crazy. They're drinking and they got guns, so leave them alone. Let it die down. Let it all die down. And like Mel Gibson said in the movie Patriot, the military guy on the English side to it said to his other guy, he said, "Leave these people alone, because after the war is over, we're going to do commerce with them." That's in the movie. We're going to do commerce. Commerce is sexual relations. We're going to deal with them in such a way. Now, they beat us. Okay, they founded their country, and we withdraw, but we're coming back. So I always say it's like you beating up some guy in a gang at night, and everybody patting you on the back because you're a big shot. You beat this guy up. It ain't over yet, son. It's just started. They're coming back for you. Same thing is true. When the United States, when the Americans defeated the British and sent them back home bleeding, it's not over yet. They're coming back. And they're coming back and they're going to deal with you. But they know they can't beat you right now because you're too mad, you're too drunk, and you got too many guns, so leave them alone. Well, we're going to come back and we're going to pay them back. And it's going to be payday one day. And that's what we got today. The British have come here and set up our government. They set up our finances. They've set everything up, our schools, set up all this stuff for us, and we sucked into it, and we don't know how to get out of it. Education. That's how to get out of it. Open your mind. Your mind's like a parachute. Don't work if it ain't open.
All right. Well, I think we're about to wrap it up. I'm going to ask you two last questions. The second to last one is, what do you have against Wikipedia, or what does Wikipedia have against you, to the point where Jordan Maxwell is not mentioned on Wikipedia?
Well, I wrote them one time and told them I would sue them if they ever put anything on me. So that's probably why they're not putting anything.
All right, they listened to the threat.
I do not want anything on Wikipedia about me, period.
Yeah, because people will just edit it, and then it's going to get government censored. Who knows?
Yeah, and you know, so many lies, distortions have been put out there on me, and Wikipedia was one of them. And at the time, I said, don't put my name out there. I don't want. I've got enough detractors and people who are trying to, to destroy my name and libeling my name and libeling me, because they are frightened to death of me, because they're scared to death to have anybody shine a light on the cockroaches and the rats that are running this country. They don't want people shining the light. So, especially the church. The church sees me as a walking devil. Why? Because I know who they really are. And I know what they're really doing.
If I were to choose who is the devil between you or the church, I'd pick the church any day.
Yeah. Believe me, the church is a very evil institution, not the people in it, but the actual corporation churches are very, very evil.
So speaking of the church, what's up with the whole plan for one world religion? There's so much speculation about it. From all your research, what is the one world religion, and why are they trying to make one?
I think the one world religion should be. It's not going to be, but I would suggest that a one world religion would be a very good idea. But what would that religion be? It should be astrotheology, is what it should be. But what it will turn out to be, who knows? But because the guys who are running the planet, they have their own decrepit ideas about their religion. But astrotheology, I think, should be the world religion. Because once you understand astrotheology and go back and look at where it came from and what it teaches, you will find astrotheology is the basis for all the religions in the world. But they've all misused it and misrepresented it. Astrotheology is very, very powerful story. And I've been wanting to, for years, to unveil that whole story of astrotheology. What the story in the New Testament about Jesus, the whole story on the Bible about Jesus is a metaphor. It's a symbolic metaphor. And as long as you are reading the Bible, especially the New Testament, as history, you're never going to get it. It's not history. It's a metaphor. It's a symbolic story. It's called astrotheology. It's the most important subject the world's ever known. That's why the Bible's called the greatest story ever told. It's a story. It's the greatest story ever told. Why? Because it's the oldest story. It's astrotheology. The Bible is nothing more than astrology. It's an incredible story. You ask any 5-year-old, where's God? You point out there. Oh, really? He's out there? Yeah. What do you call that out there? That's heaven. So God's out there in heaven, right? Yeah. Well, what does that mean? Is he extraterrestrial? He come from another planet? He's out there. So, and then any child will tell you God comes from out there.
Here's a real good last question, actually.
Yeah.
Who, in your opinion, would have created the extraterrestrials?
Oh, yeah.
That's the question. Who created the creator?
That's right. Who created the creators? And from what I've gathered from people who write on such subjects, and people who have supposedly been in alien craft and talked to the aliens, I don't know, I wasn't there, but they say they have asked the aliens that question, and the aliens say, we're not God. We're not God at all. We're just smarter than you are. They've been evolving out there for 100 million years, and they come here. Obviously, they're smarter than you are because they understand the universe far better than you, and so to you they look like gods. No, the same thing as you look like a god to people in New Guinea, with your televisions and your laser guns, to those poor people in the jungles. You look like a god. No. The extraterrestrials, from what I gather from hearing, they say to people, we're not God. We're just smarter than you are. We've been around 100 million years. You guys just fairly new. So we know all kinds of things. We can create creatures like you. But we're not God. That's different. That's something else is out there, and we don't have no control over that. So I have the highest of respect for spirituality, the concepts of God. But I'm too smart to know that God is not in synagogues or mosques or churches or anything else. It's between you and that divine presence in the universe. That's where the real trip is.